And for more, CNA's Saksit Sombat joins us live from the Parliament House in Bangkok, where all that deliberation is still happening. Saksit, thank you for joining us. How are things looking for PM hopeful Pita Limjaroenrat now? Tell us.
Things are not looking good at all for Move Forward Party leader Pita Limjaroenrat, as Parliament is still deliberating whether or not his renomination is a motion or not. And according to Parliament rules, a repeat motion in the same parliamentary term is not allowed. Of course, the other side is saying that these are not one and the same. But while they were still debating about that, the Constitutional Court has decided to accept the case that was sent in by the Election Commission seeking a ruling against him over alleged violation of campaign laws because he allegedly held shares in a media company that hasn't been on the air for over 15 years now. ITV, a former broadcaster, that has gone off the air and has not got any revenue from any media activities whatsoever. But that didn't deter the judges of the Constitutional Court because they have accepted the case. They have given Pita 15 days to defend himself. But on top of that, they have also suspended him as an MP. Now, he hasn't come out yet after the chamber. That's why we're all surrounded and waiting here to see what he has to say, if at all. However, having said that it does not affect his bid to be a prime minister, because according to the Constitution, a prime minister doesn't have to be a member of parliament. But obviously, given how things have panned out last week, and given how things are panning out this week, there is still a lot of opposition, not only inside the chamber from all the lawmakers against him and the liberal progressive agenda of the Move Forward Party, but also now mounting legal challenges. So it seems like that the political legacy of the military coup of 2014, all these things that are mounting against him, that are going to put more obstacles in his way. It seems like that the limits of these constitutions are being tested now with this political vacuum, but as much so, the patience of the 14 million voters that have voted for the Move Forward Party, given them a surprise victory in May's election, that is being tested as well.
Absolutely so. Well, thank you very much, Saksit Sombat, speaking to us live from Bangkok. A lot for him to look out for today. But let's head over to CNA's May Wong, who's actually standing outside Parliament House in Bangkok. Among all those voters that Saksit mentioned earlier, May, it's getting a little noisy there. And I think, you know, the patience of these people tested as well, just like Saksit mentioned. The latest developments, they're triggering fresh fears of protests. How's it looking on the ground where you are?
Well, I'm looking around simply because things are getting very tense. I'm right in front of Parliament House right now. And in fact, this gate was actually just closed because the protesters surged forward earlier. By law, they're not supposed to be here. They're supposed to keep 50 meters away. But the protesters got really angry once they heard that the Constitutional Court has suspended Pita Limjaroenrat as an MP. It's got nothing to do with the senators or with the parliamentary sitting inside because they haven't even come to a vote yet. But the people were already extremely angry because they say the time is now that the establishment as well as the senators are not listening. As you can see as well here, they are holding up pictures of Pita Limjaroenrat. It's also a sign that fact that they're continuing to support him regardless of what the situation is. Earlier as well, they rushed up to the gate here, and I want to show you right now the number of police officers that are inside there because they were not there earlier as the protesters were held back, but now they are standing in formation and warning the people to back up from the gates, and also that they will very soon erect additional barricades here to block the people from proceeding any further. Now the situation is that two groups have already announced that they will be holding protests today, one outside here at Parliament House, another over where the Democracy Monument is going to be, and that's the usual place that they often gather. And this is very simple. They say if the senators are still going to abstain, if the senators inside are still going to disagree and not vote for Pita, then they say that the people will start to speak up, and it's time for the senators to leave. It's time for the senators to quit.
May, what you're telling me right now really mirrors the words of Mr. Pita of late, where he said the nation is in a dark situation now. But he did also say he's willing to step aside for Thai Party to lead the coalition should he not have a chance to be PM. The people around you, do you suppose they would be supportive of his move to have Pheu Thai, a PM candidate, Sita Thavisin, perhaps take over in this role?
It was a gesture that Pita Limjaroenrat did not have a choice, knowing the fact that he would most unlikely be able to become the next Prime Minister. And therefore, in order to allow the country to move forward and get out of this deadlock, well, he has suggested that the next party, the second largest winning party of Pheu Thai, and also part of the coalition, may be able to form the next government and also become the next Prime Minister. Now, whether or not the people are going to accept that, I think eventually the people don't have a choice, simply because if they continue to demand for Pita to become the next Prime Minister, the nation is going to go nowhere. So when I spoke to them earlier, they did mention the fact that, yes, they will accept Sita Thavisin, who is from Pheu Thai Party, to become the Prime Minister if he is going to be voted. However, they say if there is going to be a break in the 8-party coalition with Move Forward out of the picture, then they're going to get extremely upset, because they want Move Forward Party to continue to remain inside the 8-party coalition, to continue to be part of the government and not be broken away to form the opposition side, because they say that's extremely unfair, as Move Forward Party is still the largest winning party in the election with 151 seats. And so they feel as though Move Forward deserves the right to be in Parliament, deserves the right to be the next government.
May, thank you very much from outside Parliament House in Bangkok, where tempers are just being tested at this present moment. Thank you.